On this problem, you got to be aware of the trap. And the trap is going to be the ambiguous case. See, what we have here is an oblique triangle. And what we have here is side, side, angle. Now, side, side, angle, unfortunately, unless we have a right angle somewhere in here, does not give us enough information to know if we have 1, 2, or actually no triangles. Actually, if this triangle actually could not be constructed based on these measurements. So we do have a triangle, so I guess we can assume that we have one, but we're not 100% sure, is this going to be the only angle? Or is there a trap and there's a second triangle that can be created from these values? So what we need to do here is recognize when we have side-side angle, we can use the law of sines to find this missing angle, but then we got to make sure we check out for the trap. Okay, so here is going to be the law of sines, typically how you'll see it in a textbook. A over sine of A equals B over sine of B, which equals C over sine of C. These are all proportional to one another. Now, when we're using the law of sines, we only need to have two of these. We only need to create one proportion here. What I always like to do, or at least what I always tell my students, is take your missing angle or your missing value and make sure you have that as your numerator, right? Because we never want to solve for something in the denominator. We always want to solve it in the numerator. And since these are proportional to each other, we could flip the numerator and denominator and they would still be proportional to one another. Now, before I do that, I recognize there's some kind of funny things that I have going on here. I have everything in feet, but then I have inches. And then I have 65 degrees, but then I have 15 minutes. So before I go ahead and start entering this information in here, I want to make sure I can use this as decimal approximation, because if I'm going to plug anything into my calculator, I'm not going to want to use feet and inches. I'm not going to want to use degrees and minutes. I'm actually going to want to use the decimal equivalent for that. So just remember, there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So if I have 306 feet and 6 inches, that's going to be half of a foot. Over here, you could do 9 over 12, right? So 9 over 12 is the same thing as 3/4. So therefore, that's going to be 0.75 of a foot. And just remember with minutes, there's going to be 60 minutes in 1 degree. So in this case, I have 50 over 60, and that is going to be equal to 1/4 of a degree, which is going to be the decimal equivalent of 0.25. Okay, so now I got the right values in there. Let's go ahead and now create our one proportion for a law of sines to find our missing angle. Okay, so I don't really need to include the feet here because we know when we go ahead and solve this, those feet, the dimensions are going to divide out. But now I need to go ahead and solve for B. Now, the first thing I need to do is get the 253 off the denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 253.75. And now that's going to give me this equation. Now, what you're going to want to do now is go ahead and type this all into your calculator. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a decimal value. Then what you need to be able to do is take the sine inverse of that answer to be able to solve for B. Now, once you go ahead and do that, you're going to go ahead and get this angle. Again, you can just go ahead and type all this in. You're going to get an answer. It's going to be some decimal. Take the sine inverse of that, and that's going to give you your value of B. Now, just remember, the inverse sine is restricted, right, between the first and the fourth quadrant. It's only going to give you this one answer. However, this is the trap. We don't have enough information from side-side angle to know, is this the only angle? So what do we do to check for the trap? Well, all we're simply going to want to do is take this angle, subtract it from a 180, and see if we can add that new angle with the 65. If it's above 180, then this angle that we solve for is the only angle. However, if those two add to less than 180, then we have the ambiguous case of two different triangles. Okay, so I took this angle, subtracted from 180, I got 131.25. Now, if we were to pretend like, oh, well, maybe this would be our second option or a possible second triangle that we could have, meaning my theta would be 131.25. What we realize is that is not possible. The reason why is because if this angle was 131.25, then add that to 65, that's going to be over 180 degrees. So therefore, this is not possible. This is going to be our only angle and as well as the answer to our problem. Now, this was kind of a long way to be able to identify the ambiguous case. If you want a shortcut to be able to identify the ambiguous case from the beginning, then check out the next video I have for you here.